Okay. Breaking news. All right. Well, it looks like Eddie Hearn's getting to the bag. Breaking news. Canelo Alvarez, he's about to finalize the deal to take on Dimitri Bivol on Cinco de Mayo weekend. That's May 7th. And contingent upon Canelo Alvarez beating Bivol and Triple G beating Murata, Canelo Alvarez will be facing Triple G. So you guys know about that 2-fight deal, $85 million. Here's what we know. $85 million deal, 2-fight deal. Canelo Alvarez versus Bivol, followed by Canelo Alvarez versus Triple G, okay? Also, it will be pay-per-view. That's the only way they can do it, pay-per-view. DAZN pay-per-view. This would be the perfect time to try that out because people are going to watch the Canelo fight, okay? So it's going to be DAZN pay-per-view. That's what I'm hearing, all right? Also, that his fight against Bivol would be at 175. Good! No catch weight, nothing like that. And then Triple G. All right, so if he gets past Murata, that's a big if, okay? So, and the fight with Triple G and Murata, that's still for unification at 160. The fight with Triple G will be at 168. We have a lot to talk about, all right? This is what I want to say offhand. That means that Canelo Alvarez will not be fighting Jermall Charlo. I have said when it comes to difficulty, level of difficulty, I thought Dimitri Bivol at 175 was the most difficult fight for Canelo Alvarez. He's fighting him next. It seems as though Canelo and them don't feel like it's that difficult. I've always said that Bivol would beat Canelo Alvarez at 175. I'm going to hold to that. But we'll see. Canelo Alvarez is so damn good. Would I be shocked if he beats the hell out of Bivol at 175? No, not at all. It'll just be like, you guys don't understand how great of an accomplishment that is if Canelo beats Bivol at 175. Then Triple G. Triple G to me was number 2 level of difficulty. I thought Jermall Charlo out of the 3 was the least difficult. I did, with experience and all those things. Triple G for experience. Bivol has the boxing ability, but Bivol is also at 175. There goes his difficulty while Jermall Charlo fights at 160. See what I'm saying? He'll be moving up at 1. You guys get it. So I think the level of difficulty went from Bivol, Triple G, Charlo. I think it's a ballsy move. Canelo Alvarez, to me, he took on the 2 more difficult opponents. Fine. Now, when it comes to taking on Triple G, that's a huge fight. That's a big fight. There's many people that think Canelo Alvarez got the nod or that draw was undeserving. I'm sorry. That Triple G was robbed from his victory, giving Canelo Alvarez the draw. All right? Judging was crazy. I also think that Triple G deserved the nod. The second fight was the clenbuterol fight. Canelo Alvarez busted for clenbuterol, picograms, very small, but we're not going to argue that. There's us who believes that it was tainted meat. I do. I believe that it was tainted meat due to levels of picogram and due to the science. I mean, the levels of clenbuterol, I'm sorry, and the science, okay? And the lawsuit, I mean, they went legal actions, okay? Fine. Either way, he was clear of the clenbuterol. He had no clenbuterol in his system when he fought Triple G the second time. So that was a clean fight either way, but it's still the clenbuterol fight because leading up to it, because Canelo Alvarez was suspended, all those things. 6 months turned to 3, right? He was clean of clenbuterol when he fought Triple G the second time. Either way, that was a far closer fight. There's people that think Triple G even won that fight. I gave it to Canelo Alvarez. Barely. I gave it to Canelo Alvarez. So this third fight would be humongous, especially how Triple G may look against Murata. Now, the last time we saw Triple G, he looked like one of the better middleweights in the world. I know he's getting long in the tooth, though. And when you age like that. Look at Manny Pacquiao against Keith one time. It looked like, hey, he may have 2 more fights in him. Okay? But there was a bit of a layoff, okay? Against Ugas, you know that wasn't Manny Pacquiao. Just like that, you age overnight. Let's see what happens with Triple G and Murata. The last time we saw Triple G against who? He looked fantastic, though. If he looks as good against Murata, okay, we got a fight to be excited about. Still, Canelo versus Triple G, those 2 names paired with each other makes for a huge fight. It is what it is. What happens with Jermall Charlo? Easy work. Before Jermall Charlo and Canelo were talking about, their negotiations, Canelo was fighting a guy by the name of Caleb Plant for undisputed. Charlo wanted Caleb Plant so bad that he went backstage, right, in the locker room, back there in the dressing room of Caleb Plant. I think it was pre-fight, right before the Canelo fight. He went in there talking about him being next. Caleb Plant said, wait a minute, man, I'm trying to stay focused. I'm not thinking about you. Let me defocus. Charlo said, fine. If you want Caleb Plant that bad then, you should want him now. So we're thinking, hey, look, PBC fight, with Jermall Charlo, if this is true, Canelo Alvarez, it looks like that they're going to sign that deal. That doesn't fall through and they go through with this $85 million deal. What happens with Jermall Charlo? Charlo, go up to 168, fight Caleb Plant. You were going to go up to 168 to fight Canelo Alvarez. That's a fantastic fight, Caleb Plant versus Charlo. Charlo claims that he wanted Caleb Plant. Caleb Plant right now, he claims that he wants Charlo. Then let's get it on, okay? Fantastic fight. I think that's a pay-per-view fight. That'd be just fine. I would love to know what you all think in the comments below. I'm going to say this, though. I'm happy that Canelo Alvarez is fighting Bivol at 175 and no catch weight or anything like that. Triple G is willing to go up to 168. It's hard for me to see Canelo Alvarez going from 175 to 170. Triple G, he always wanted his get back, okay? Seems like Triple G would need Canelo Alvarez more than Canelo Alvarez needs Triple G. Either way, they both need each other. We get in that trilogy. Trilogies are great. Thanks to Tyson Gypsy King Fury and Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder. That trilogy they put on. Now trilogies seem to be trending a little bit. So yeah, 168, meeting at 168, fine. That sounds wonderful. I'm going to say this afterwards. I think Canelo Alvarez should stick around at 168 a little bit. There's things to do. Jermall Charlo at 160, Boo Boo Andre. If Jermall Charlo and Boo Boo Andre, they should fight each other. I know Jaime Munguia, he's talking about if there's no Caleb Plant fight or if Jermall Charlo gets past Caleb Plant, you know, Jaime Munguia talking about being at WBC mandatory. Jaime Munguia was a WBO man. He passed that up. We'll see if Jaime Munguia want to go to 168. 175, there's fights for Canelo Alvarez too. Of course, this better be if that's probably the biggest fight if he gets past Triple G and Bivol, okay? Also, David Benavidez, you know, he fights at 168. He hasn't made that weight comfortably in a while. He's really a light heavyweight. I'd love to know what y'all think in the comments below. Showbiz, Lord, don't. Looks like that fight is almost sealed. Those fights may just be announced, that little deal there. $85 million, that's huge. I'm out. Huh.